I'm Marek D'Amato.
And I'm a hungry hippo.
And welcome to another episode of Mindbreakers.
Yes, the show that's filled with regret and marbles.
And we have no one to blame but ourselves for everything we watch from here on out.
All of our choices up till this point have been our own. But,
from up to now, we've been the victims of chance.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're victims of our own hubris.
Yeah. We still have our own desires to blame though.
Yeah.
At this point.
So
but, today is going to be my fault.
Yeah, you're picking the episode.
Today's going to be my bad. My choice as to what to subject you to. And you know what?
What?
I picked something not too bad. So you can't get too angry at me over this one, because it's not as bad as I could be. As far as benevolence goes, I'm
still very much afraid.
I will be very forgiving.
I'm still very much afraid.
I'm going to make us watch this one.
What's that one?
American Vampire.
Ah.
With Carmen Electra.
That's not a good sign.
Yeah. Of all the movies, because guys, I brought like 5 DVDs in today in my bag.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna watch this one. It's
Do you mind if I read out the IMDb listing of it?
Yeah, sure, even though I've got the whole thing just like right over here in the back of the DVD.
Okay, I'll read out the DVD then.
Yeah, go ahead.
No offense, but your reading voice isn't...
Yeah, fine, go ahead.
They're hungry, and they want you. As soon as Mom and Dad leave for Europe for the summer, Frankie, Trevor Lissau, and his best friend Boggy, Danny Hitt, start making plans to party away their vacation. They meet up with Moondoggy.
Moondoggy?
What the fuck is these names? Johnny.
His name is Moondoggy.
Johnny Venokur and his babes Suka Brat, Carmen Electra, and Katrina Deborah Xavier, Commander X, who con their way into moving into the house. Frankie soon learns there is more to his guests than meets the eye, and everybody's getting bitten. Mm-hmm. Seeking the advice of the reputed number one vampire slayer, the Big Kahuna, Adam West. Adam West.
Yup.
Okay, I need a minute.
Adam West.
Frankie sets forth to rid himself of the troublesome threesome. It's an explosive duel to the bloody finish.
Yup.
American Vampire. She's out for blood. Not
at all related to the comic book series. I've actually read a little bit of the comic series. Really.
Oh, look, she's got the Camarilla symbol on her head.
Yeah, she's got like a weird looking like Ankh thing. Like it's got like 2 little horns on top of the Ankh, which is just like you're way overstepping the edge now. You're over the edge. You're falling head over heels into the fucking spiky pits of the water.
Falling down.
Down to the bottom of the sea.
I was going more falling down, like Man on the Edge. Iron Maiden.
I was going with the SpongeBob song, but yeah, this movie's gonna be. I've seen this already, and it's gonna be an interesting time. No, actually, not really. The ending's a little bit boring. But as far as things that I could have picked today go, this is probably one of the more blunt instruments I could be hitting you with.
I'm kind of realizing we there's a joke we neglected back when way back when he did American Cyborg Steel Warrior.
What's that?
Today's episode 69, dude. Like
yeah. Just Wild Stallion.
Yeah.
Definitely. That could have been a thing.
Anyway, let's pop this fucker in.
Yeah, it shouldn't be too bad.
No, let's do this.
Mom and Dad are gone for the summer. Frankie has the beach house, and the party's on. But this party really starts to suck.
We're all gonna party till we die, right?
Their only hope is the big kahuna.
I think I have vampires in my house.
Did they try to seduce you?
Hell yes, but luckily I got away.
Why? You gay?
Wow. Trevor LeSueur, Johnny Vinegar, Carmen Electra, and Adam West are all part of An American Vampire Story.
So this one sucked pretty bad.
Fucking hate you, Gio.
it was not that it was terrible. It was a bad movie. But I just want to compare scores here for a second because I actually did some weighing on this. This came under. This was apparently worse than Saint Dracula 3D.
Apparently.
This has 2.5 on IMDb. Saint Dracula 3D got a 3.1. And Way of the Vampire has a 1.9. Apparently, Way of the Vampire is worse than this, and is also worse than Saint Dracula. What do you have to say about this? What's your input on that?
Fuck you for choosing this movie.
That's a good input. I'll accept that. Because, you know what? I had to watch this alone. Would you have watched this alone, Mary?
No, I would have given up halfway through.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It would have been you and... it would have been me and S. Darko all over again. But, like... My God, this is just awful. It's an awful movie. We start out with our man Frankie, and he's basically he's jumping in the pool. He's doing a little bit of swimming in the '90s pool. He's having a nice old time. He has a vision of two vampire girls like about to bite his neck.
Being all hologrammy as well. For some
Yeah.
reason.
The effects in this movie are just complete dog shit.
Everything in this movie is just complete dog shit.
Everything?
Yes.
Everything.
Every single thing. There's not one redeemable frame of this film. No, that's not true.
There's
one
two lines.
There's
I
one
feel like
redeemable
there's two
frame.
lines.
There's one redeemable frame.
What?
When you see his bathroom,
Mm-hmm.
and there's just randomly... Remember those, like, action figure-looking shampoo bottles from the 90s when you were a kid?
Oh, yeah.
They had one of Baron Dark from Skeleton Warriors.
That was the one part of this movie. Yeah,
Like, I went back and I paused and I was like, it's Baron fucking Dark from it's a villain of Skeleton Warriors. Why?
Here, of all things.
And what does it say that is better than this?
Why here? Why now? Why American Vampire? But, like, aside from that, there's, like, maybe two lines in this whole movie that actually kind of, like, make it a little bit worth watching. Slightly worth watching. Mm-hmm. One of which actually sums up most of the vampire movies we watched on this show. But, yeah, so he wakes up from this little dream, and we see...
Bogey.
Yeah, we see Bogey basically just climb into his house, and, yeah, he's got his overalls and his sunglasses. Yeah, he kind of... What'd you say he looked like? Looks,
I can't remember.
Okay, he looks like a mix of, like... Kurt Cobain and Foggy Nelson.
No, he doesn't look. Someone else looks like Foggy Nelson. I don't know who he looked like to me. I don't think he had any real impression on me except for annoying.
No, he is a kind of an annoying character in this. Like he's way more annoying than some other like best friend type characters. He's up there with the worst probably. Like he's like the Saint Peter of all horrible movie best friends. Especially after, like, all of the bullshit he leads him into.
Yeah.
Because Frankie falls down the fucking rabbit hole.
This whole movie is his fault.
Yep. Frank falls down that big-ass rabbit hole. I'm just making a lot of fucking Donnie Darko references now, just because... We actually do get one more maybe comparison later. But yeah, it shows them basically like christening the house because like they've got the house to themselves for about a week, I think.
Yeah.
And they end up being like, yeah, no, you got a lot of responsibility. You're a man now, Frankie, because like his parents left him this whole like this little like note, basically, telling him like if you need anything, blah 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 blah, no parties, blah blah blah. And they end up basically saying, like, yeah, not.
Yeah.
Like fucking 90s kids.
Well, this is 1997.
Yeah, this is 97. But it's still, like, this
movie is so 90s it hurts.
Oh, yeah, it kills me. It pains me how 90s this is. I thought I could get really 90s. Like I could be chugging a fucking... Like, I could be chugging a bottle of fucking Zima right now while making this video, and I wouldn't be nearly as 90s as this movie was. My God. So we got this shitty beach band. They're playing their set, and everybody's jamming out to it. What is it? They're like Frankie and Boogie are just kind of like hanging around on the beach until nighttime, talking about girls. Frankie's upset that his girlfriend Dee Dee isn't letting him bang her, and yeah, he's being all beta about it. This is pretty much par for the course for a lot of those like teenage love movies. Like teenage romance flicks.
Yeah, I don't watch many of those.
Yeah, but they're still, they're out there, and you've seen a couple. You out there, you've seen probably more than your fair share.
Did we talk about them weaning Moondoggy on the beach?
Not just yet.
Because this happens first.
Yeah, I know. They stay until late at night, and yeah, they end up getting. I think it was Frankie. Yeah, Frankie gets attacked by this weird ass elf monster creature that's like flying around, which they never fucking explain.
I think it's a bat. It's supposed to be a bat.
No, it looks like a fucking elf creature. It looks like a little fucking like it looks like a little pixie. And it just buzzes around his fucking head. I think it's supposed to be Moondoggy in a weird fucking like in a weird elf form, but they never explain it at all. It looks like Puck from Berserk. But like dark and evil. So they end up getting attacked by this thing, and Bogey's like, "What the hell was that, man?" And all of a sudden, Moondoggy walks up in a wetsuit out of the water, and he's like, "Yeah, I got attacked by this creature out out in the water. I swam to shore as fast as I could. What you guys up to?" "Oh yeah, we got attacked by something also, man." And it's oh really? That's weird. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm Moondoggy. Which every time they say his fucking name, I just want to shoot myself in the fucking head. Because this is the dumbest name I've ever heard in my life.
And this isn't the thing that has a character called Bogey.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, for sure. This is in the same piece of cinema. I don't even know if this could be called a fucking piece of cinema. But this shares the exact same script as another character who is named Bogey. And Moondoggy is the stupider name.
Yeah.
That is saying a lot. So Moondoggy's trying to tempt them by telling them oh yeah, you can come back to my area on the beach and everything. I got some babes. And we can crack open some brewskis and stuff, and we can hang out all night. And it'll be so cool, man. These babes are excellent. They're gorgeous babes. And he's just kind of tempting them over, and Bogey's like, "Yeah, let's go over there." And Frankie, of course, being the one with the most fucking sense, goes, "No, we gotta go somewhere tomorrow. We got tickets for that Kiss concert for your birthday." And he's like, "It's not my birthday till February, man." And he's like, "Yeah, well, I got them already. Let's so I'm early. Let's go to that concert." And he's like, "Oh yeah, okay then, cool, And he's like, "Hey," Moondoggy's like, "Hey, maybe after the concert we can we can hang out and like swing by your place and everything, and I'll bring the girls. And Bogey's like, yeah, man, we can party all day. We can party all night and all day, man. It'll be a good plan. So fucking Frankie's like, yeah, sure, whatever. Like, says it reluctantly, agrees, and basically bids Moondoggy farewell. And Moondoggy walks into the green screen and disappears.
Which they don't see, or this movie would be over.
Oh, no, there's a lot of things they don't realize until it's far too fucking late.
But then it's not too late, because this movie, at the end of this movie, spoilers, nothing changes!
Yeah, it's like nothing ever fucking happened.
Oh, shout out to the best character in the entire movie would be Fluffy, which is his dog, who is the only likable character.
Yeah, shout out to the spotted gerbil also. Its acting is probably the best in the movie also, even though we never see it come out of the fucking box.
The spotted gerbil managed to escape having to be in the movie.
Yeah, that's true. It's very, very true. So,
I wish I could have escaped having to watch it.
Yeah. So Bogey's giving Frankie shit. He's like, come on, man, we could have, like, hung out with all the girls and stuff. And it's like, and he's like, why, we can, well, I guess we're gonna still get to go to that Kiss concert.
Yeah, I don't have
Frankie's
tickets.
like, yeah, I don't have tickets to a Kiss concert. And he's like, you lied to me, man? And he's like, yeah, dude, it was the only way I could get you away from that creepy guy, Moondoggy. And he's like, okay, you know how I feel about Kiss, bro. And he's like, yeah, bro.
Wild stuff. Okay, this does feel
right.
like a retardified version of Bill and Ted at the beginning.
Oh yeah, it is. It's the lobotomized Bill and Ted.
Like more so lobotomized version than Dude, Where's My Car was.
Yeah, famous, like they are like infamous duos up there with fucking Suka and Briat, which we get to meet in a little bit. So we see them in
Moondoggy's been invited by Bogey to live with.
Well, to hang out.
But the thing is, he invites him to.
He invites himself.
Yeah, Bogey invites him.
Yeah.
To Frankie's house.
Yeah, to hang out and party and stuff. But they end up basically taking the invitation as, oh, we're gonna live here for a while. So they basically end up. At first we just see, like, Frankie and Bogey just passed out in the house.
Yeah.
After they listened to music and had a bunch of beers and stuff. We see the best actor in the movie,
the puppy.
Fluffy the dog.
Yep.
And he starts to bark and everything because there's somebody at the door. And we see Moondoggy come in from the back and everything. And he's got his shades on and everything. He's acting all mysterious.
So how could you forget his...
Yeah, it's me, Moondoggy. We met on the beach, man.
Well, he doesn't introduce himself as Moondoggy. He just assumes he should recognize him now dressed entirely differently.
No, he says, like, don't you recognize me? It's me, Moondoggy. We met on the beach. And he's like, oh, yeah, hey. And he's like, so I brought those girls. Just wait right there, you know. Opens up the door. And in come... Katerina. Katrina.
Brat.
No, Katrina.
Who's
and
Brat?
Sulka.
Suka.
Yes, Suka and Briat.
Exactly.
So we meet Katrina and we meet Suka. Well, Sulka. Her name is Sulka. But
one of them is played by Carmen Electra.
Sulka's
who history has decided is the star of this film. Even though she doesn't really do a whole lot.
She gets top billing, whereas Adam West is basically hidden.
Yeah.
Because his character doesn't show up until, like, maybe 7 scenes in.
He doesn't deserve... He hasn't done anything wrong, though. Why should people know he's in this?
Yeah. Even though his character's probably, in all honesty, the best one.
Oh, definitely the best one.
Yeah. But he's basically hidden in the pages of history when it comes to this movie because...
Good.
I'm sure he doesn't, I'm sure he doesn't even want to know. Like, he wants no one to know he's been in this. But
So you were in Quest of the Mighty Sword? No.
But we meet Bruno, which
Oh,
I honestly
fuck.
completely forgot about.
Worst character.
Yeah, he's the worst part of
And
this movie.
you know what the worst thing about it is?
What?
I've seen this actor in other things, and he's actually really good.
Yeah, he's been in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
And in the good Carrie movie.
Yeah, and he's been in the 76 Carrie.
But I just want you watch me like, but you're talented.
Yeah.
It's like watching Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith when Samuel L. Jackson's on screen.
Yeah.
It's like, but you can act. What are you doing?
Sidney Lassick.
Yeah, he's
is
a
his
good
name.
actor.
Yeah. He's actually he's been in other stuff, man. He can be in other movies. He's been in Alligator. He's also been in Cool as Ice as Roscoe. Oh,
yeah,
man.
this was worse than Cool. This is better than Cool of Ice, granted.
Yeah, this is better than Cool as Ice. But yeah, just the fact that he's been in that is fucking ridiculous. And now here he is. I'm pretty sure he'd rather you sign a copy of Cool as Ice than a copy of fucking American Vampire. Oh, I'm sorry. An American Vampire Story.
What he does in this is mainly be weird and eat dogs.
He's their Igor.
Well, he's more their I think Renfield.
Yeah, but he's like their manservant basically. He's not a, what did you say? He's not a goon or a ghoul?
Ghoul. No,
Yeah,
he's not
a ghoul.
undead at all.
Yeah, he's not a ghoul. He's literally just their lackey, and they need him basically to like set up shades and everything during the day.
Yeah.
So they don't die of fucking
Of
sunlight.
Death. So they don't die of death.
Yeah, because unlike fucking Saint Dracula 3D, these fucking vampires cannot survive in sunlight. And also, one of them's gonna get stabbed by a giant fucking stake, but isn't gonna become a saint at the end of this.
Yeah.
Which is more than I can fucking say about Saint fucking Dracula. Christ on a fucking...
They bumble
cracker.
around for a bit. He eats a few dogs. They kill a gardener.
Yeah. And missing pet posters start to show up outside of Frankie's house.
Yeah.
And Frankie actually like Moondoggy's just kind of like Bruno, what are you doing here? It's like, you weren't supposed to come inside of the house. We told you to stay outside. Bruno here is very fascinated with the great outdoors. Aren't you, Bruno?
I don't want to be
will
alone.
Be very happy sleeping outside. Won't you? And he's like, oh, yes, I will be happy staying outside, Mr. Moondoggy, sir. And he's like, very good. Now, please, Frankie, find us some sleeping quarters. So he brings them into the guest room, and he's like, oh, okay, well, we're gonna go take a nap now. Good night, Frankie. So Frankie goes into like his room, and he actually ends up like peeking out, and he sees Bruno and Moondoggy moving in these coffins. And I don't think he notices that they're coffins yet, but it's pretty fucking obvious what they are.
Yeah.
And he's like, Bruno actually notices him peeking. And
waves at him.
Yeah, he like waves at him. He's like, nighty night. Don't let the bed bugs bite.
And then the score becomes fucking Lullaby Baby for some reason. Rockabye Baby for some fucking reason.
Because this movie's awful.
Granted.
Oh, wow. And,
I'm so fucking tired of vampire movies.
Yeah. I think, wait, is it that night that we meet the big smiley guy? Yeah, it is, I think.
Oh yeah, Guy Smiley.
Yeah, Guy Smiley fucking shows up. And, like, he's just big, he's like a Guy Smiley type.
Think he's a disco DJ?
Yeah, his name's like Disco John or something.
Disco Dave.
Disco Dave. And
Disco Ducks.
Disco Stew should have disco duck. Disco Stew says 23 skidoo. But yeah, Disco Dave is having a meeting with fucking Moondoggy and Katrina and Suka and Briette just start to crawl up on him. And Frankie's watching this.
Yes.
Like, we see him watching this.
Yes, we do.
And they just basically, like, they suck his blood from, like, either side of his neck. He's like,
Also, whenever
he's
the vampire chicks do things, it's all cat sounds.
not always. Not always. They have like 2 or 3 different sound effects.
All of them feline based.
Yeah. They're all big cats. All big, all free, royalty free cat sounds.
We also eventually later that day, because he wakes up like it was a dream.
Yeah.
Get a report on the radio where
That
Disco Dave was found on the beach mauled. Looks like he was mauled by felines. Guess Disco's dead.
And he got his blood sucked out, which they obviously did, and he knows this, but yet, you know, it was all just a dream. It was all a dream. He used to read Word Up magazine. But we see Bruno playing the piano, but he's not actually playing the piano. It's clear as day that he's not actually talented.
He's worried that they're vampires.
Yeah.
So he So he goes to see some gypsies.
Mm-hmm. Romney.
Who can't help him.
Romney, sir.
Romani.
Romani.
Look, it's this film. They're gypsies.
Ray Romano.
He
goes to see Ray Romano. But he goes to see a Romney girl, a Romney lady.
Romani.
Romani.
If you're going to say the proper name, pronounce it properly.
I pronounce it Romney. Okay.
Well, you're wrong.
Yeah, I'm wrong then. I'll just call them gypsies.
And even if you say then, and I know you were about to say, but I'm Greek, and I just respond, that's just another word for wrong.
Stop it.
No.
But they end up referring him to. They actually like the lady pulls out a card and gives.
It's like, can you help
Frankie.
me with vampires? No.
Yeah.
The occult? Nah. Supernatural? Nah.
But she does remember something and gives him a card and looks at it and says one word. She says, Van Helsing Meister.
To which I stopped and said, Van Helsing Meister!
Yep.
And then pause and like, wait. This is 97.
Yep.
And horror's been pretty much a mainstay of pulp culture since the 50s.
Yep.
And vampires are the most well-known of the horror monsters. How the fuck does he not know what to do?
This whole time, it hasn't fucking clicked in his head that fucking Bruno is setting up, like, sheets.
Yep,
so
garbage
that they
bags
don't
in front of the windows.
Yeah, garbage bags in front of the windows, fucking candles all over the place, like, fucking cooking up bloody feasts. And, like, pets are going missing. And a guy got his fucking blood sucked out of his body and found in a fucking ditch somewhere.
All of these are key clues that you got. You got the vampire.
You got the vampires. you got vampirism. You got some vampirism. But it takes him the whole fucking movie to realize, oh yeah, these are vampires. I could probably, show them some crosses or shove some fucking garlic in their mouths or fucking stab them with a piece of wood somewhere.
When he's home that night, his girlfriend goes to see him.
Yeah.
But oh no!
Yeah, we finally
Doggy
actually
has an evil plan.
Yeah,
and he has Sulka and Briat, rubbing up on him and making out with him.
Yeah.
And Dee sees this and thinks he's just loyal, even though he's not really. He's like visibly trying to get away because he knows they're vampires.
Yeah, Moondoggy was kind of like persuading him to be like, no, she's bad for you, man. She's bad news. You should stay away from that Dee girl, man. And he's back and forthing between like talking to Frankie like seriously, having like a serious conversation with him, and jumping between like talking to somebody on the phone to give them directions.
Like a lot of people.
Yeah, like several people are like blowing up his fucking phone. Like blowing up his house phone.
Yeah.
Like he's given people this fucking house phone number already.
Yes, he
is.
Like
this guy moves way too fucking fast.
He's the
For his
He's the
own good.
vampire Flash.
Yeah, for real. He's his actual name is apparently like Count Eric, which like
Something Spiner or Canister or
Velschmeyer, some bullshit like that.
His name was stupid.
Yeah, Count Eric the asshole.
So the Suka and Brat fight over who gets to bite him first.
Yeah,
and then he escapes.
Mm-hmm.
And Carmen Electra is barely in this movie.
What happens at that point is Count Eric von Dickhead goes up to Dee Dee.
Swoops up Dee Dee.
Yeah, and is like basically like seduces her. And like she's all heartbroken because she saw her boyfriend getting felt up by these two vampire girls.
Mm.
But she doesn't know they're vampires, obviously.
No.
But yeah, so she gets swooped up, and they like the two vampire girls, they fucking get into a big fucking cat fight while Frankie's on the phone with the big Kahuna.
Yeah.
Who is Van Helsing Meister. Spoilers. And yeah, is also played by Adam West. So he's got him actually on the phone, and he's like, "Oh, are those vampires still there?" And he's like, "Yeah, they're still here." And he's like, "Okay, can you come and meet me tomorrow at this time?" "Yeah, sure, no problem." And while they're fighting in the background, there's just fucking royalty-free cat sounds.
The joke is it's a cat fight.
Meow, meow! And they're having a fucking cat fight, obviously.
So the next day, he goes to see
Tiger sounds too.
Van Helsing Meister.
Mm-hmm.
And it's Adam West, who's a drunk surfer dude.
No, but before that, he ends up getting him confused with his butler.
Who is a German guy, who's the narrator, actually.
Yeah. Narrator. He narrates, 2 lines.
Yeah.
The narrator. He did a bang-up fucking job in this movie.
I wish this movie was only 2 lines long. I hate this film.
Yeah. But, yeah, we meet the big Kahuna. And he starts talking surfer lingo.
Because Adam West
mm-hmm.
is the big Kahuna,
mm-hmm.
and Adam West was Batman, this made me just want to stop watching and watch Batman Forever instead, because all it could make me think of was Jim Carrey with the mind helmet.
Yeah.
Just, surf's up, big Kahuna!
My favorite Batman movie. Caffeine will kill ya! But, yeah. Oh, yeah, we forgot to mention that, when they're finally done bickering, Suka and Briette, they actually hear, they actually realize that he's gone, and he's like, "You let him get away," to Carmen Electra, and it's like, "You should just let me have him." And then they hear the doorbell ring, and they're like, "Now what are we gonna have, what are we gonna eat?"
Then they eat the delivery man.
Yeah.
Pet store delivery man, why is that even a thing?
Yeah, right?
Yes.
Because Bruno ordered that morning a spotted guinea pig.
Potty trained.
For them to feast on.
For him to feast on.
Well, yeah, for him to numb on. But he ends up showing up that fucking night.
Well, they had to first potty train a guinea pig.
Now you fucking stay on the floor, you. You're a bad movie.
And then they had to get a delivery service set up.
Mm-hmm.
Because they didn't have that before, because they're a fucking pet store!
Yep.
The only funny bit in the movie comes when Dick Face tries to call Big Kahuna.
Yeah.
It's like, if you're pestered by poltergeists, press 1.
If you're certain it's Satan,
If
press
you're
2.
certain it's Satan. It's like, really? Really?
Okay. If you're victimized by vampires, press 3. The best... Okay, that's probably the first best line in this movie.
What, if you're certain it's Satan?
Yeah. If you're certain it's Satan, press 2. I love that. That got me. That gave me a little chuckle. Every now and again, this movie will give you, a little bit of a giggle. Because, there is some clever
But then
stuff
it just
in
serves
this,
to
and it is
make...
fucking clown shoes.
Unfortunately, it just serves to make you angrier. Because it's, well, you clearly know how to do funny. Why aren't you?
Yeah. You got fucking Adam West in this movie. You couldn't have tried a little harder? Seriously? Alright.
So Adam West apparently has never killed a vampire before in his life. He smacked into a bat when hang gliding once.
Yeah, he's a fucking Van Helsing, and yet he has not been able to kill a vampire up till now. But yet, it's one of the settings on his fucking voicemail for his business.
But the thing is, he
Like, why even make it an option at that point?
it's not that he's not been able to kill a vampire. It's just
Just never happened.
He's never been in the situation where he's had to.
Yeah. But still, yeah, it's there, you know? Like, oh yeah, if it ever came down to it, I'd be able to kill a vampire.
But then he kind of doesn't want to go,
Yeah.
and then he realizes that because it's revealed to him that that two of the vampires are half naked hot chicks. He's like, okay,
Yeah, he's like, oh, vampire babes? Like, you didn't mention vampire babes, dude. It's like, okay, fine, I'll do it. But I'm telling you right now, though, like, I'm gonna probably come by, like, in the morning and stab him in the heart, and then, bam, you're gonna be gone.
So they have the whole party. There's a whole party.
Yeah.
People become vampires.
Bogey becomes a vampire, and
Dana?
What?
What's his girlfriend's name?
Dee
Dee.
Dee! Get out of my laboratory!
Dee Dee sleeps with Moondoggy and becomes a vampire.
Mm-hmm.
And then everyone's trying to kill him.
Mm-hmm.
And then Moondoggy's trying to kill him.
Mm-hmm.
And then Big Kahuna shows up with a stick, but then is tricked by the hot chicks and starts going with them.
Mm-hmm.
So Frankie throws his, like, tiki spear.
Yeah, he's got a big fuck-offy spear with him. He's basically walking around like
He
fucking...
throws it...
Like a walking stick?
He throws it at S. Darko. Whatever's Moondoggy.
He throws it at Stark!
He throws it at Moondoggy. And then Moondoggy just blows up.
Well, he actually... Okay, what happens here, play
Crosses
by play.
don't work on vampires
Yeah.
in this movie.
But what happens basically play by play is Frankie basically starts to like be fed up with the party. Bogey, the delivery guy, and Bruno all kind of get him cornered, and they're about to nosh on him when Moondoggy comes out and he's like, "Hey, I ordered you guys not to touch him." And then he realizes, like, yeah, he called the Big Kahuna. And then the Big Kahuna barges in as soon as Moondoggy was about to bite him himself because he got pissed off that he called Moondoggy. And then the Suka and Briette walk in, and he's like, "Oh, so those are the vampire bitches." And he's like, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna grab up on them, and we're gonna spend some quality time." So then he like basically wanders into the other room with them, and leaves the stick with Frankie. At which point Frankie gets all mad and gets the little flashback of his friend and his girlfriend.
Yeah.
And this gives him the strength to become main character hero, and like javelin Moondoggy in the chest. And unlike Saint Dracula, where he starts to bleed gold and becomes a saint, and because he's in love.
No, this is much dumber.
Yeah, because he's realized he is in love with Dee Dee, and this has given him the strength to become a saint. No. He blows the fuck up, and so do Suka and Briette.
But the other ones who return just go back to normal.
Yeah.
And then Frankie just leaves.
Frankie walks across the beach at the end of this movie after he gives Dee Dee a kiss. And then some shitty 90s song starts to play.
Yeah.
And that's the end of the movie. But my big question at the end of this,
Yeah.
after all of this, is what the fuck happened to Bruno?
I don't know. I think they forgot about Bruno.
Yeah, like, at what point did he just leave?
Maybe there's a post-credit scene with the sequel hook that we just didn't give enough of a shit about.
Oh, fuck, no, I've actually, I
I
fast-forwarded
know,
all the way
I know,
through this.
I know.
There's no after credits.
He's chilling in a bar and sad that his vampire, like he's crying in a bar and sad that the vampire people, his vampire masters are dead. And then Samuel L. Jackson just sits down next to him and says, "Bruno, I'd like to talk to you about the Avengers Initiative."
I'd like to introduce you to my friend here. His name is Blade. Also, along with him is Abraham Whistler.
No, he's with Blade, Morbius, Johnny Blaze, and Danny Ketch, and Bruno joins the Midnight Suns.
I can actually see this guy. I can actually see Bruno basically like taking the place of fucking Danny DeVito. Because the second he wears glasses, he looks exactly like Danny he looks exactly like DeVito from fucking Always Sunny.
Yeah.
He looks exactly like Danny.
This movie shouldn't be real.
To the T.
This movie's bad. This movie was awful.
Yeah. There's a couple of other little things I want to touch on before we can finally wrap this bullshit up and ship it away in its fucking rightful casket. First things first, I guess, is, like, just all of the terrible fucking name drops. Like, it name drops Kiss. Name drops
Warner Brothers.
Yeah, Warner Brothers. Fucking Vans. Oh my god.
It doesn't name drop, but there's a van sign.
Yeah, but still, like, just all of these little promotions for, like, fucking Skeleton Warriors. And fucking just like all of these little things, just like random product placement, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, stop reminding everybody about like just better things.
Yeah.
like I'd so much rather watch an episode of Skeleton Warriors than this movie ever again.
Yeah, likewise.
Yeah. Like if it wasn't for this show, I would literally never watch this movie again. I would give this to people to watch on their own. And then wait for them to come after me with fucking pitchforks and fucking torches. Waiting for them to come outside of my house. I would give it to my enemies and just watch them try to like just like patiently wait for them to chase me down. But yeah, a couple other things like what? Hang on, let me see. I got my little book here. My god. Oh yeah, the boom mic.
Skateboarding to shitty 90s music.
Yeah, that.
The boom mic in one of the shots.
Yeah. The skateboarding, it's just like, it's a 90s movie. Yeah. You know there's going to be skateboarding. Especially because the main actor in this that plays Frankie is the skateboard kid. So 90s, in fact, that he was in Sabrina the fucking Teenage
Witch. He was in The Skateboard Kid, the one with the talking skateboard?
He's the skateboard kid. I think it is actually that one. Is it that one?
I'm checking that right now.
No, I got it right here, dude.
I'm checking it.
Okay.
Skateboard Kid. Timothy Busfield is Frank.
Yeah, the skateboard kid. Yeah, dude, the skateboard kid.
I'm looking at the wrong actor.
But yeah, he was in The Skateboard Kid.
Trevor Leesauer, right?
Yeah, that's him. Mm-hmm. Yep.
He's known for La La Land. Oh, he's still doing work. Okay.
Yeah.
Sabrina the Teenage Witch, Reno 911, Ricky Dicky Dawn.
90s.
Fuck, that's a pain. That's 2017 he was in.
Mm-hmm.
1997, an American Vampire Story where he played Frankie.
The main, there's actually a character in fucking The Skateboard Kid called Frank also. Yeah. There's a lot of Franks.
Taglines.
Why doesn't he put on a fucking bunny mask?
You're not going anywhere.
Yeah. This movie doesn't go anywhere.
You know I love B films. If you read any of my posts, but this was a T film.
Yeah.
Fucking sucked.
This was an F movie.
I laughed so hard tears started rolling. You're wrong. Beach jokes in America. Beach movie in jokes.
You're just reading fucking IMDb user.
Good, clean fun? Fuck you.
Good, clean fun. Yeah, about as clean as a fucking colonoscopy this fucking movie is.
Movie. I mean, it's not the most gory horror movie out there, but...
No, but it's just boring.
You know why I'd say this isn't acceptable for children? It's stupid.
This movie's radical.
Stupid is the worst thing a kid can watch.
No, this movie is radically lame. Like, there's very few movies that I could actually, like, legitimately be like, they fucking shows the boom mic in certain shots. No. Where it has, like, him finally actually meeting with the big kahuna. You can literally see it in the top left corner of the screen.
Gio?
Just pop down.
Gio?
What?
Why are all the worst movies we see vampire flicks?
Because everything sucks.
Because Nelson and I had to watch Dracula 3000. We watched Way of the Vampire.
Mm-hmm.
We watched St. Dracula 3D.
Mm-hmm.
They're all the worst that we've seen are vampire movies.
Yeah.
Vampire movies are awful.
The movies that we've gotten to see, the vampire flicks that we've gotten, yeah. Because you know what? We don't get good vampire movies.
What's your score? This is running long.
Fuck, man. I'm gonna give it two terrible. I'm gonna give it two terrible, like, glowy lava effects around Adam West's feet. Out of a total of 100 missing pets.
I'm going to give it one pixie bat monster goblin.
One pixie bat monster goblin. Which they never explain. One unexplainable pixie bat monster goblin.
Yeah.
That's a good rating for this.
So I'm Merrick Tomato.
And I've been the pixie bat monster elf monster.
I'll see you next week.
Bye, guys.